going on, guys? So I have a pretty exciting kind of video today. Even though there's a lot going on in my life right now, especially with my mom's health right now, Pokemon has always found a way to give me a little bit of happiness and a little bit of that nostalgia to brighten up my day. So I met with an old friend from high school. They got me this binder. They told me they had this binder that they wanted me to review it. So they actually have a channel as well, and I'm going to link that channel below. Big shout out to Emily and Jess. Thank you guys so much. So Emily and Jess, they're an engaged couple that have been doing lifestyle videos. That's really, really cool. I would totally check them out. They're super sweet people and great to work with, obviously. So there's the story of this binder that I just picked up today. It's pretty interesting. So before we get into opening up all the cards and reviewing them, and I will be keeping the binder pretty much together, as I'm not really looking to resell or flip this stuff. I'm really looking to just collect as much as possible, especially on a budget. And I'm finding a lot of times there are still deals locally. I still shop a lot heavily online, but there are still deals locally. You just have to put that energy out there and let people know, and eventually those deals will find you. But anyways, guys, the story behind this binder. So Jess is the one who reached out to me about this binder, the one that I knew from high school. And Jess basically told me, I've been seeing you doing a lot of content, posting on your Instagram, posting on Facebook about your YouTube and your Pokemon cards and your passion, and how this is what you want to be your kind of dream job. I would love to just do YouTube on Pokemon stuff. I mean, that's the dream. Pokemon and Nintendo stuff. But anyways, the story on this binder is actually pretty interesting. So her brothers had their own collections, right? And they gradually gave away their collections throughout their collections and sold their collections. Now, her brothers got Jess into collecting, which sounds like something older brothers would do. So the brothers, like myself and many others, lost track throughout or just gave away all of their Pokemon cards. As we were growing up, we had different aspirations, different goals, and we decided this was not something that we absolutely needed to have. So she was the only one who didn't get rid of this stuff. And I guess when she was about to sell it and get rid of it, I became someone on the radar. So she reached out to me. I said, okay, and I can't guarantee anything. I will take a look at this. I will try to appraise it as best as possible. We came to an offer after looking at many of the cards, which, disclaimer, before you guys go crazy, I just want to say, despite what I paid on this, which will be in my community post, it's already up there. So I let you guys know I'd be doing this video shortly. It might take a while to upload, but based on my community post saying that they offered me $300 on it, I was offering lower than that initially, which you guys might go crazy about, but just beware. We're local. We're not trying to pay market prices. There aren't the market price on eBay is also minus the fees and shipping. So you've got that going as well. And then just the ease of being able to sell this stuff cash and not deal with taxes or any of that stuff. All that stuff should be taken into account. Also, all of the cards, most of them are worked. They've been in this binder for 20 years. These are all 1999 cards, pretty much. I think there's a handful, maybe like 5 or 6 that aren't from 1999. I know there's some EX era stuff, which is really nice. But most of the stuff is from that era. Most of the stuff is micro creased, really creased, bent, damaged, edge wear, all around the card. But there are some really good cards in here. That being said, a lot of my prices are not based off of eBay prices that I appraise this at. They're based off of my local card shops, going to conventions, finding the best deals possible, putting that all in one package. And still, I feel like there are a lot of people at garage sales selling binders like this for $50, $100. I think people are more savvy these days, so you're not seeing it as often, but it does happen. I've seen people post about it. I've seen people tell me about it and message me about it in our Discord, which if you haven't joined our Discord, be sure to do that. But guys, you just gotta look for this stuff and the universe kind of sends it your way. I have a couple other people that want me to look at their collections. This seems to be something that's about to happen more often for me. There are not a whole lot of people in the Charlotte area that are, you know, doing full-time YouTube collecting and really doing more collecting than reselling. That being said, I think we've gone over everything. We're ready to get into this. So let's get into it. Okay. So right off the bat, I think what's cool about this binder is it says Chinese cards, aka Pocket Monsters, Energy Balls, Banana Card, Pokemon Card, and it doesn't say Pokemon, it says Pokemon Card, Reg. I don't know what that means. 1 gold piece set. I have no idea what that means, but I think it's funny just to share this with you guys. And if I find time while I'm editing and uploading this, doing the intro, I might put in their photo, as I mentioned, Jess and Emily. I might put, you know, a thing of their YouTube along with the link that will be below. Regardless, there's going to be a link below. You should definitely check out Emily and Jess's channel. It's a lifestyle traveling channel, but sorry about that. I just felt like I really needed to be grateful and give them a big shout out and wish them well on their journey. They're about to be traveling full time. I will still be in here doing videos about Pokemon cards. So we both get the best out of what we love. Hopefully the money they got can pay for their plane tickets to the next place. I don't know. So right here, we've got their scribble, and it says Chinese and it's spelled with a Z. So I think that's pretty funny. The Pokemon is spelled wrong. So it's indicative of a kid in the late 90s, early 2000s. So right off the bat, I thought this is going to be interesting. Now, when I saw this first page, I knew that this binder had something to offer and it wasn't going to be all bulk. I'm really happy about that because a lot of times people want me to look at their collections locally and their bulk, and it's just not something I'm interested in even paying like 40, 50 bucks for. It's just, I have so much bulk cards all over the place in here. Even with the old sets, I have bulk. So anyways, moving forward, we've got an Aerodactyl, first edition right here. We've got a Blaine's, and I'm going to show you guys closer up. We've got a Blaine's Moltres. This one's creased. We've got a Ancient Mew, which this Ancient Mew card was part of the movie promo. We've got an Alakazam. The Alakazam is a regular base set Alakazam, but those are still pretty nice. We've got a promo Pikachu. I'm not going to go over all the commons and uncommons, non-hollows, unless we have some first editions here, which we do. And then we have this, which, you know, I would put emphasis on these other ones, but really I need to get through this video, and this is a big binder. I'm not going to be able to do that if I take out every single card, but I will take out the ones I think are valuable, and I will take out some of these hollows and show you guys here shortly throughout the rest of the video. This Charizard is pretty much what did this binder. Now, unfortunately, I thought it was mint. I was ready to just snag this binder without thought, but I did have to think about it because this Charizard does have a slight imperfection. Now, some of you may say that Charizard is still mint, you're still good, but in the collecting world, in the grading world, if any card has an imperfection like this, it's probably not getting an 8 or even a 7 anymore. So let's go ahead and look at this. I don't even know if it would get a 6 because of this, but maybe you guys can let me know. Now, some of these I will be taking out of the binder, but I'm going to keep the binder kind of together for the whole story of it all. But I have my sleeves and my top loaders ready to go, and some of these will probably ending up going in a magnetic case. But and this, again, I'm keeping these. I'm not selling them. I may get them graded, I may not, but it's also really old plastic in this binder. A lot of the cards have warped. Obviously, you guys are going to see that. It's nothing crazy. Some of them are much worse than this, but it's really nothing crazy, nothing to worry about. As you guys can see, the card is pretty much good. It's got some edge wear on these corners. Probably would have gotten like a 7 or an 8 before. The real issue is this dimple right here. Now, many of you would agree, no matter how good of a price I got on this, the reality is that a lot of the cards will have wear from when they were kids. This did not come initially in this binder. This was their childhood binder with some cards in it, and then some cards, even the valuable ones, were stacked with a rubber band. So that's not the kind of thing you want, but I appreciate that they at least sleeved these all in the binder. I wish they had card sleeves on them. And yeah, even in this lighting, there's some silvering, but that dimple is really the only thing. And maybe there's a possibility, maybe there's a chance that I can push the dimple a little bit back in, but I don't even know if I want to mess with that. Anyways, this is it. So as you guys know, I'm really trying to collect mainly, it looks like there's a swirl underneath the flame. It's really, the hollow, obviously the dimple isn't even on the hollow, so the hollow still looks like it's minty. It's really just a beautiful card, even as a talking piece. It's even as making content for this video. It's a beautiful card. So I just wanted to show you guys this and then how the dimple looks on this one. Let's see if we can get lighting. There we go. You guys might not even be able to, is it on this side? Yes, it's on this side. So I'm trying to give you guys the best view on that. It's hard to do. It's really hard. There it is. There it is. Right there, you guys can see the dimple perfectly. Now, that almost slipped by me, and I would think I was getting a crazy good deal. So if I was reviewing this now, I would be kind of upset that the Charizard had a dimple, because this was the card that made it for me. But, and I think that's really it as far as where it's got a little bit of separation down at this bottom flap here. Let's see, you guys might be able to see that. It's got some separation down at the bottom here. So while this might be a steal, it's still kind of a more moderate played card now, mainly because of this dimple. That's a big dimple to have there. Who knows what caused that? Again, I may try and do something to bring that back. It is a dimple. It's not something that's totally horrendous, and potentially, if this thing is pressed hard enough, like with a vice press, you could potentially flatten this out, even though it's got that dimple in there. I wouldn't really recommend it, but it's something I might try, because the value of the card is going to hurt regardless. Just try with my finger. If I just push this thing down with my finger right now, this might do it. Probably naive thinking, but yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Moving forward, got our Charizard. And I'm going to go ahead and top load this guy. Looks nice in there. But that's pretty much a good little banger to start with. Okay. Next, got a first edition Aerodactyl. Now, I still have to look at this card, make sure everything's good, but I don't have this Aerodactyl. Now, for reference, I've gone to comic stores before and picked up first edition fossil cards and jungle cards for like 10, 20 bucks a piece. Mainly that's because if you're a comic collector, you probably don't care as much about Pokemon, and you receive collections like this all the time. I'm learning that these cards are a lot more common than people think they are, but you guys can let me know what your thoughts are. Let's see. This one is just, it looks like it's just silvering for the most part. There's some dirt on it that I think could be taken off. Yes, it does look like it can be taken off, so I think I'll be fine there. So, the only real flaw with this card, I mean, it's a perfect just card to have in a collection that I'm not going to get graded. We've got silvering on the edges. You should be able to see the silvering on the edges. Over here, we've got some dirt right here, but I'm hoping I can get that off. I'll show you guys the back of the card. Here's the back of the card. We've got some serious corner and edge wear, but not the worst thing around. Still, it's another card that I don't even have yet. If I already had this card, I might sell it, and maybe I'll sell some of these, but it's highly unlikely given the fact that I just didn't have these cards. And it's nice because I'm starting to tell myself I don't have to be in a rush to buy everything. I'm eventually going to find every single card I want, because the universe is going to gravitate these things to me slowly. All right, now, the Blaine's Moltres is really unfortunate, because this was also a heater card. I really want more of the English cards, so for a fire-type banger, this would have been my hope to be the best card in the binder. You guys are going to see here a lot of light surface scratches, a lot of them. This thing has just been slammed between cards a lot. This thing is scratched, but still probably fetch. It's got a triple orb right there. Still probably fetch a pretty penny. It's got a swirl above its wings. People love swirls, but unfortunately, as you guys can see, it's creased. It's creased right there. Right there. Let's see if we get the light on that. You guys can see that. It's creased right there. and it shows much more easily on the back. We've got a crease right here, and we've got a crease down here, right here. Show you guys that. It's right here. That's a micro crease, not nearly as bad, but the crease at the top is pretty bad. Obviously, you guys can see on the back, this is the point I was trying to make about, like, I don't think I got a crazy good deal on this because a lot of the cards are like this, but we will kind of tally everything up. I don't know. Right now, I kind of don't count damaged cards is getting great value, but who knows? Down the road, you know, this could be a card that you could sell even with a crease in it, and it could be, you know, a $20, $30 card. I don't know, potentially. I don't know. Ancient Mew, and this one is creased as well, unfortunately. See if this one will be harder to point out. That's the only issue with it. Otherwise, it's a super nice card. So this was the promo right there, and this corner right here. It's bent. So otherwise, though, there's like barely any edge wear on this thing at all. This was a movie promo. Card is still beautiful. Just to get that in a collection, it's really beautiful. And I do think people are paying top dollar for mint ones, but unfortunately, based on its condition, that was the whole point of why I gave the offer that I did, because I did not feel like the card was mint by any means. Okay, hoping better for this Alakazam. Like I said, I didn't have time. They were in a rush. I did not have time to individually check every single holographic card. I'm really kind of going into this blind, but I'm just hoping for the best, really. I'm hoping the reason they didn't throw anything out, the reason she didn't throw them out is because they're actually nice. I'm hoping they're not damaged or anything. Okay, so this one has typical wear on the back, but otherwise no creases or anything, which I think is a valued card. I think this Alakazam could probably get $20 right now on eBay. It's pretty clean. It might get less than that, but as you can see, it's pretty scratch free. It looks pretty good. The back tells a slightly different story. Got some edge wear down there. Got a little nick right there. We've got some edge wear on these corners, but that's about it. Other than that, I mean, as you guys can see, yeah, the corners are really looking good. But as you guys can see, it's very well centered. This is a very well centered Alakazam. That's stuff that I definitely lately am taking more into account. Oh, right. I just realized there's no point to putting most of these in top loaders because they'll just be going in my collection boxes where I kind of just stack the cards together. Okay. The Charizard and the first edition cards will be going in my display case and my briefcase, my Charizard briefcase. Okay, now these cards are become double-sided, so let's put that out there. Okay, so we've got a first edition Moltres, Pikachu from Jungle Set, Articuno, Primeape, Dragonite, and Squirtle. All of these are first edition. I'm not going to go into them, but the Moltres is creased really badly. I'm sure the other has some signs of wear too. I'm most excited about the Jungle Pikachu and the Squirtle. I'm going to put it on the light right now. Okay, so Moltres is pretty badly damaged. Articuno has a crease. Primeape looks good. Dragonite looks okay. And the Squirtle, most importantly, being a first edition Rocket, that one's good. Moving forward. Okay, so on this side, we've got the Pikachu promo. We've got a Rocket Blastoise, and that's a holo. That one I hope is going to be pretty good. We've got a Japanese base set Magneton. So we've actually got two base set Japanese cards here, which is pretty cool. First edition Krabby, first edition Kabutops, first edition Diglett, first edition Slowpoke. And I won't even take those out. But let's review this page. This is going to be a long video considering how much stuff there is to go over here. But we're going to try and get to it. All right, starting off with the Magneton. It's always the cards that aren't even really worth anything, but this Japanese Magneton is pretty much mint. It's pretty much mint. I'm not a big Japanese collector fanboy, so really these cards are not valuable to me. But that, that might not be what the market thinks. That's just for my personal collecting needs, and this is for my personal collection, not really for resale. I wanted English cards. But let's keep moving. We have so much to do. I'm definitely taking that jungle Pikachu out for sure. Okay, so please God, don't have anything. We already took an L on the Charizard. Whoo! Okay, so the Rockets Blastoise is looking near mint. It's not looking mint. It does have edge wear, but this thing is clean. I'm definitely excited to show you this one. It's definitely one of the bigger pickups in here. This thing is clean. Beautiful hollow pattern. Just so much going on there. Oh, we got a swirl. We got a swirl there. Really nice. Really beautiful card. So I got no beef on this card. I don't know its market prices, but again, there's a lot of Japanese in here, and that was not ideal for me, but at least the cards are in really good shape. The quality of the cards are, I admit, a little bit better on the Japanese cards. And the centering is phenomenal. Like, the centering of this thing is perfect. Okay, moving forward. All right, next sleeve. Oh man, this is gonna take all night. It's gonna be a long video. Next sleeve, we have a base set Chansey, English, win. Japanese base set Chansey. So now we have 3 base set cards from the Japanese set, which is kind of cool because I actually have a near complete Spanish base set, which that's random. That was from one of my collections I bought, but that's a really cool random thing to have, like multiple languages kind of complete. That's kind of cool. And then we have a Sapphire Ruby Chansey EX. I do not have this Chansey EX, but I had it as a kid. So this brings back memories for me. I was very happy about that. We've got a reverse Meryl. We've got Diamond and Pearl base set right here. We've got a Raichu. I'm a huge Raichu fan, so I'm super happy we picked him up. Lapras that's damaged. I'm not even going to make a note of that. And then a Wigglytuff that's Japanese, and that's Japanese Jungle. And then we've got a base set Pikachu that's Japanese. I love Pikachus. All the Pikachus are probably going to get taken out. But let's keep going. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh man, 23 minutes in. Oh, okay. So this Chansey, okay, some of these might have cards behind them as well. Maybe the hollows were in a separate thing, so maybe all of them were separate, so the hollows were put on top of cards behind here, because I just removed this Chansey, and there's a mint condition Japanese Pikachu behind it. So that's like a nice little plus extra gift. I do want to save all these Pikachus. I am a huge Pikachu fan. I have a stack of Pikachus up there. Let me check real quick. Pretty sure I have a stack of Pikachus. Where are my stack of Pikachus? I don't know where my stack of Pikachus are, but they're somewhere. I need to find them. I guess, I'm sorry, this is one of those OCD things where, wait a minute, I think, is that Celebrations? It might be Celebrations. Yeah, that's my Celebrations stack. That's so weird. Okay, I don't know where my stack of Pikachus are, but getting off topic. That's what it's like having ADD. Okay, so I'll just put that away for now, I guess. Is this a stack of Pikachus? It is a stack of Pikachus, but not the big stack. I have so many old school Pikachus, but Pikachu's like probably one of my hands down favorites. Okay. It's so cringy trying to pull these out of this binder quickly. It's so absolutely cringe. I'm like, I'm gonna damage this so hard. Okay, so Japanese Chansey is pretty much mint. It's a mint Japanese Chansey. Not sure what the value of this guy might be, but I know it's really hard to get a mint Chansey. It's a lot of holo on this card, making it especially difficult to grade. We've got a swirl. A lot of these Japanese ones have swirls, which is dope. Very cool. Okay, this Chansey EX. I need this to complete more of my Sapphire Ruby set. Please be in good condition. It's in good enough condition. It's got surface scratches all over, but it's in good enough condition. It's got a lot of play on the back, but who cares? It's going into another binder to help me on my Sapphire Ruby. I really like these EX cards back in the day. Why couldn't they do this with the new EX cards? Why couldn't they give like super shiny silver borders? Bring that back. Bring the old EX cards back. Bring that style back. Very happy to get that one, because I need that in my binder. All right, and then very excited about this one. I like Pikachu. I love Pikachu. I love Charizard. I love Groudon, Rayquaza. Those are probably my top favorites. And then there's Raichu. Raichu was debated on even happening. They were originally just going to keep Pikachu the one form. Some people think it was a mistake having an evolved form of Raichu. I don't think that was a mistake. This one has silvering, which is unfortunate. I didn't really look at it hard, but still, I think there are a lot of people that are like, wow, you got such a good deal. But the fact that cards are going for so much on the market does not mean you should be paying that. That means that people are being competitive and not doing enough research, and they're paying these market prices. And that's all good. But eventually, the market prices of Pokemon, I do think, are going to come down. I think people phased into collecting, and they're going to phase out again. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the hobby and the market stays strong, but I really feel like prices are going to be falling soon. So I don't want to fall prey to just like paying astronomical prices for stuff. The holo pattern on this card is gorgeous though. And the back is really good despite the silvering. Probably one of my all-time favorites right now. I just love this artwork too. It's simple. There's a lot of holo pattern. Really a beautiful card. You guys can just see it's a beautiful holo pattern. Really a nice card. And another one added to the collection. I have like probably 15 of these Raichus. I really like that Raichu, so I don't mind stacking them up. Okay, so we have a super beat up Lapras. I have several Laprases. This is the last card that I'm even thinking about. Yeah, it's creased, it's damaged, it's beat up. It's all over the place. Maybe I can even gift that to somebody down the line or trade it. I don't know, I'll put that in a trade pile. Okay, we have another Japanese base set Pikachu. It's in pretty good shape. I'm gonna put that one away. I know it's probably like the English Pikachu. It's probably not really worth anything, but I don't care. One day they will be, and Japanese or English doesn't matter to me when it's a Pikachu. I do not care. All right, we have a jungle, Japanese jungle. It's in great conditions, probably mint. It's always the ones that I don't need to be mint that are mint. So we've got a jungle Wigglytuff. Not sure what these are going for. It's got swirl. It's got a beautiful holo pattern. I definitely don't think these are the ones people are going for, but I'm starting to really love these Pokemon more. Chansey, Wigglytuff, Jigglypuff. I'm starting to love Slowbro. I love these like pink Pokemon. I don't know why. They're starting to grow on me a lot. Okay, and then there's a backside to this, which the backside has not really a whole lot going for it. It's got a Dragonite, these base set Japanese cards, and then it's got the Chansey and Ninetales. All of them again are Japanese, which it's not my preference, but we're still excited. We got holos, and I think I definitely hit my 300 mark by now already. So everything else should be kind of extras that are thrown in, and kind of in my eyes. Yeah, I want to say base set Raichu, Chansey, first edition Aerodactyl, that's not so much, maybe 100 there, maybe 150, maybe 160 right now, actually, maybe more like that. Maybe this last page will make it up. Thank goodness, there's a win here. So this Dragonite is minty fresh. This is like a PSA 8 Dragonite probably. No, I couldn't get a 9. It would need to be really, really clean to get a 9. Centering is, again, fantastic. Quality of the cards, fantastic. Damn, I definitely see what people are saying about Japanese cards. And maybe with this Japanese collection, I can actually start collecting with now having a foundation of Japanese cards. There is a potential that I may binder like a Japanese set. I just don't know. I don't want to go down that whole Japanese rabbit hole, but these are really cool to add to my personal collection. And again, the centering on this card is phenomenal. And we know it's a Dragonite. You know, even without English, the artwork itself, if you're buying mainly for the artwork and the card quality, I mean, Japanese, for sure. But I also want to be able to read the cards, and I just think the English market is the one that I want to go with. It's the one that I grew up with. But I also did buy Japanese cards as a kid, so I've always definitely been interested. It's just there's so much to collect in the Pokemon world, and I'm so far behind. Only started collecting like 3 years ago. So, and I didn't have my childhood stuff, which kind of drove me crazy. But wow, that card is beautiful. That card is beautiful. Okay, we've got a Chansey from base set. So what do we have? What do we have? 4 now from base? No. So we already got the Chansey. So I think we have 3 from base set right now. Damn, this card probably would be a 9. This card probably would be a 9. This one's super clean. So I don't know, maybe somebody will comment like, dude, the value of all those, if those grades were right, would be more like 600. I don't know. Again, it's kind of irrelevant to me. I'm not going to sell them, and I don't collect Japanese really. So, but still really cool, and it's still appreciated. But I think the English cards in here are pretty much where I led the value to be. I think now the value would be more like at 250, 240, something like that. So now we get into the next page. This is where I got a little bit excited because I didn't have these. Not necessarily the value or like, obviously, again, I'm not reselling these, but basically I just didn't have these. So it was really cool to have them. A lot of people are saying go after first edition only. I couldn't afford first edition. So when I got back into collecting, I just wanted to buy the stuff that was more affordable, and maybe that wasn't the best route to go. But getting this in a binder assures me that all these first edition cards are real from someone's collection. First edition stamps can be faked. It's been done before. Before I bought my first edition Charizard, I almost got scammed by someone selling them, and I actually got featured in Rattle Pokemon's video for making a video on this person selling these, and he actually kind of brought the guy down. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, we've got Flareon first edition, Jungle. We've got a Rocket Golbat, first edition Rocket. We've got a first edition, the first secret rare ever in a first edition, the Raichu. We've got a Moltres from Fossil, and then we've got some commons down here. First edition Coughing, first edition Slowbro, and then we have, hopefully in really good condition, a Dark Dragonite. We have a Dark Dragonite right here. That's really exciting. That's definitely another card that I haven't looked at it and pulled it out yet, but I'm definitely excited to see what the overall condition of that is like. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, first I'm pulling out my Raichu. Let's get him out here. Very hard to get these first edition cards and have them be in a good grade. These were the earliest sets ever in the English variant. Shouldn't even been trying to get that dirt off. I could damage the card. But I also don't believe in really using water or soap or anything like that. So I really try and, like, best case scenario, just wipe off dirt. Scrub it with my finger. You really don't want oil from your fingers on the cards either, but I'm not perfect. I'm just so happy right now to have this card. And I'm so happy that it's not bent or creased in any way, because I didn't know that. Now the back, it's played. This is obvious, or lightly played, whatever you want to call it. It's got edge wear, it's got corner wear, top wear, but it's a first edition Raichu. That's cool. And I don't have it, so I'm trying to complete the Fossil and Jungle first edition sets. And I've almost done that just by people selling me their collections, which has avoided overpaying and getting priced out on eBay. But really a great example of a first edition card. Is there something by his hand? What is that? No. Oh, that's just my spit. Okay. Dude, I thought there was a dimple on Raichu's hand. Nope. Raichu's clean. Raichu's super clean. See if we can get that hollow to pop off there. There you go. There you go. But yeah, edgewear could be a little bit better. Either way, this guy is getting sleeved. I am going to put this one on a top loader immediately before it gets damaged. Beautiful. First edition Raichu in top loader. Beautiful. A lot of great stuff here. Okay. Now, also, I bought these seeing some of the binders, seeing some of the part of the binder damaged and assuming that the cards were damaged along with it. But now I'm seeing the binder actually, it's just the binder that's damaged for some of these, and the cards are actually fine. Now this Flareon is rougher, but it's still first edition and it doesn't have bends or creases. It's just edgewear. It's just edgewear. Wow. Very cool. Right off the bat, I'll show you the back. Not a whole lot bad going on to it. Honestly, it shows more front silvering than it does back edgewear. From the back, it actually just looks like a super clean card with like a little bit of wear on those bottom corners, but the front does tell a different story. It's got a lot of light surface scratches on the front, but I really, really wanted this card in first edition, and I don't know why I put it off for so long, but the universe just, it's this way for a reason. So now I got my first edition Flareon added to my collection, and it is never leaving my collection. Like, cards like this, cards that are a little bit rarer, those are cards that are not going to leave my collection. I don't know what the future holds. If I have duplicates of some of these less valuable cards that are holographic and I just collect more, I may sell those down the line. It just depends on like where I'm at, like financially, and how big my collection has grown in the next couple of years. Right now, I'm in no rush to like get rid of any of this stuff. The only caveat with this Flareon, honestly, and actually show you guys that hollow pattern, because I don't even feel like I did that. Pretty nice hollow pattern on it. The Flareon takes up a lot of the hollow, and it's a darker hollow, so harder to see things like imperfections. It looks like it's a cleaner card, but it's got scratches all over it. And then up top here, I don't know if anybody can see this, but it's very, very clear to me. Hold on. Trying to show you guys. It's got a whole chunk taken out at the top. That's really, really hard to see. Yeah, that's really hard to see. And it just goes to show if you took photos and sold this on eBay, the person would not know. Okay, you guys should be able to see it right here. That card is completely, the yellowing is completely come off, and there's just silver. It's really hard to picture that. Put my thumb behind it. You guys should be able to see that, but like, maybe I'm nitpicking it, but I wish that was not the case. But either way, let's get this in a top loader, protected. Keep going, because now the video is way too long. Okay. Dark Golbat. I'm just going to go straight to it. This one has creasing on the back and separation. Where is it? Right here. It's harder to catch right there. Flip this over. There you go. You guys can see this up here. So it's damaged up there, and it shows quite a bit of silvering. But again, first edition Team Rocket card, crossed off the list. It might actually, other than the Dark Raichu, it might be my two only first edition Rocket cards, which is pretty wild. Overall, beautiful hollow, great pattern. Messed up on that corner, but whatever. Even when they're messed up like this, like, I think I paid like $15 for like a Nidoqueen, and I was like, why did I get that for such a decent price? That usually doesn't happen on eBay. I got it here and it was creased. It was so badly creased. So you know, it could be worse on these cards. So even the first editions, even if there's a little bit of damage, that'll go in my display case, because my briefcase is really mainly for Charizards. So I kind of have these with my theme decks in the display case. Okay, this one also kind of hoping makes up for value on other cards. It's a little bit of separation. You guys are not going to catch this on camera, so but either way, show you guys the back. First edition Dark Raichu, the first secret rare ever in Pokemon. And this is the first edition, so it is literally the first secret rare ever. Now, I had no idea because the regular Dark Raichus don't go for that much, but the first editions are a whole nother ball game. They really are. And again, not worth it for me to buy them at the market prices that are online. I'm not willing to do that. So if I can find them at conventions for a good deal, or locally, I'm gonna buy them. But I like that I'm buying off people's like family and childhood collections, because it's a little bit more certainty that these things are legit. But really beautiful holo on this Dark Raichu. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite all-time cards ever. And the fact that I have it in first edition now, I should be jumping up and like screaming, but at the same time, it's different when it's somebody else's collection and you didn't personally pull the cards. So, but it's all good. It's all good. It's still beautiful. I know you guys are going to hype it up and be like, dude, that was a crazy collection you just bought. But I've been telling you guys this. Don't just pay what the market wants from you. Look, be patient, find deals. Do as I say, not as I do, right? I have a ton of terrible purchases. I have a ton of stuff that I open on mail days and I'm like, this is not what I was hoping to get. I was hoping to get something in better condition or cleaner, or this was not depicted, or this was not in the description. But somebody was right. They were like, I think you just need to do more due diligence. So ask for more photos, that and the other. I'm not sure if I even talked about base set Chansey, but there's one down here. I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve this guy. But there's a base set Chansey. I pulled it out, I guess, at some point to show you guys. So that's in there. Okay. Oh, okay. This one I was also excited. I don't have the Fossil first edition Moltres. This is pretty dope. Okay, so problem with this one that I did not see in the binder, which doesn't matter at this point. The value's there. What I didn't see was this big scratch on here, but no creases, no bends. I mean, slight, tiny crease. But you guys might be able to make that at the very, very bottom. It's like a micro crease on that corner, but the back is not really my issue. I don't really care about wear. I am bummed out. It has a scratch, albeit a faint one. You guys should be able to see this on the Moltres right here. On its wing, you should be able to see that scratch. Really hard to catch a tiny hollow scratch like that. But if I were selling this, you'd have to picture that for people to know, because that definitely will affect the value of a card. Again, it's going in my personal collection. Who cares? It's a freaking first edition Fossil Moltres, and I just have it from finding the right deals. That's really awesome. Let's see if I can get that hollow to pop off there. Okay. Got that hollow to pop off. There we go. The hollow glimmer on this thing is not really all that crazy. And to give you guys a preface, I have bought crazy collections for $200. I have bought like big boxes full of hollows, first editions, bulk, you name it, like stacks of cards. I bought those for $200. People, you got to get it from somebody who doesn't like have an attachment to it. That's like my main thing. I even told them there, I was like, if you have a sentimental attachment to this, it's your childhood, you should keep it. And she almost did. But I ended up agreeing to their offer, and I'm happy we worked something out. Because every collector, no matter what, no matter how big your collection gets, I don't care who you are, you will eventually have to budget to continue collecting, because you will burn out your finances, you won't be able to save money. You have to collect and also be able to do those things, save for your retirement, save for your family. you know, have money for all the other things, especially if you have a family. Okay, so I was really excited about this Dark Dragonite, and it looks good. I mean, there's tiny bit of separation, but it's just crazy because the back is so clean. The back is so clean on this card. This is definitely a banger English US card. The hollow is in beautiful shape. A lot going on there. A lot going on there. I don't know if we can see a swirl by chance. Doesn't look like this one has a swirl. People are big into the swirls. Oh, it looks like there is a swirl. There's a swirl in the corner there, I think. Swirl in the corner. And also, after this video, I will be doing a Pokemon Mystery Mail Day video. So I will be showing you stuff that I've ordered online. And honestly, the cost of that stuff versus meeting someone in person and buying a binder in person and knowing, for the most part, exactly what you're getting, wouldn't trade it for the world. So I feel like I should have maybe done this after the mail day video, because this is more of a hype piece of content that I haven't done in a while. Oh, I pretty much completely forgot this Japanese Ninetales. This thing is super rough. There's no value on this thing at all. Let's see if you see that corner's bent. There's a ton of edge wear. You guys probably can't see it in the video, but there's a ton of edge wear on this thing. This thing is destroyed. Again, does not matter. The value is already gotten out of this binder, so whatever else is like really extra. But yeah, you guys can see this one was this one maybe is more trade worthy. If somebody wants any Japanese cards from me and you're in Charlotte, let me know. Anything that's cleaner, I'll definitely be keeping. I plan to keep most of this stuff. Okay, moving forward, and then it's just bulk. And I'm just gonna slip through the bulk. I'm not gonna spend time showing you guys all the bulk. I don't think it's important. And none of it's first edition. We have a Japanese Raichu here, Dark Alakazam non-hollow, Dark Trio non-hollow. None of these guys matter. We got a Flying Pikachu promo. That's kind of cool. I do want the Pikachu and the Raichu. And then it's mainly bulk, guys. It's mainly bulk. I think there's some stuff at the end. That'll be a nice little cap off. Little nightcap for you. Okay. And this is an old school binder. So everything you have to do on the other side, please be clean, because I really like Raichu. Whew, super clean, guys. I think we got a banger condition card here. Super clean card. Japanese Raichu. This guy is popping off. This is a beautiful card. Let's get that on that external light. There we go. Wow. And I think it has a swirl right there. Wow. So that's going onto my Raichu stack. I have to find those Pikachus. I cannot stop thinking about those Pikachus now to save my life. Okay, so moving forward. Yeah, honestly, there might be enough Japanese to get close to completing a Japanese base set, honestly. Okay, so we've got bulk Japanese. We've got bulk Japanese. We got a Charmander in there. That's cool. We've got a Japanese Jungle Pikachu. That's dope. I like Pidgey. Pidgey's always clean. Nothing really to see here. We got Japanese Charmeleon up here. Japanese Bulbasaur down here. Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu up here. Blaine's Mankey. I don't even know if I have that one in English. Okay. Another Japanese Charmander. Japanese Arcanine. We've got two more Pikachus here. We'll be taking those out. Do you want to take a look at those? Thank you guys for bearing with me. I know it's a long video, but I've always done long form videos. So it's really no wonder that I would do another one like this. Okay, please, you look minty. No, but close. Very close. We got a little nick at the bottom here, but I saw some stuff at the top. The back actually looks super clean. It looks like it'd be a near mint Japanese card. Nothing going on in the front to talk about. It's really just a clean card. No surprises here. So now I have 4 Japanese Pikachus, which is pretty cool. I really like Pikachu, so I'll take it. Mitsuhiro Arita, the man, the fam. And what's cool is that Charizard is technically the first Charizard, right? It's technically, I feel like, not the first edition English set. It's just, that's just been a hyped up price point. Okay. I might take out the Charmeleons and these starters because you can't go wrong with starters. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, more Japanese bulk. Sorry, guys. It's a big binder. It's hard to fit in here. We got more Japanese bulk. We got a Bulbasaur. We got a good starter right there. Might take that out later. More Japanese bulk. Probably in really good condition, but again, not something I'm factoring in too much. Japanese Pikachu. I won't even spend time on that. Although I do want to see what the back is like. This one is maybe the cleanest one I've seen. Oh, the front had just the tiniest amount of edge wear. Oh well. Okay, moving forward. More Japanese bulk. We've got so much Japanese bulk in here. This Koga Pidgeot is pretty cool. Japanese bulk. We got a Squirtle in here. Probably a mint condition Squirtle, or close to mint. We got another Pikachu. We got a lot of Pikachus here. I'm loving it. I think I'm the most excited potentially about all the Pikachus. Again, dude, they're all super close contenders. They're all so close. Oh, and we got a Japanese Bulbasaur. I'm going to definitely take those starters out. We've got some trainers, more Japanese. We've got a Sabrina's Abra, another Squirtle. I love this Eevee, this Jungle Eevee. And these are all Japanese still, but I know it changes in a bit. Japanese. Oh, we got a Japanese Mewtwo right here. I know we got a homie. We got a homie in the group that really likes Mewtwo, so he will probably enjoy this one. Okay, let's get this guy out and see what we're talking here. Looks super clean, a little bit of silvering. Either way, it's probably the cleanest Mewtwo I own. Unfortunately, it's Japanese, but wow, the back pretty much indicates no wear at all. I think this would be hard card to probably grade it a 10 potentially, but this probably might be the first one in here that I've looked at and thought, yeah, that's a 10. Nope, never mind. It's got the tiniest minute little nicks and silvering, but this is a beautiful Mewtwo. Check this guy out. Beautiful. Let's get that on that external light. We can get that hollow popping. Wow. That is beautiful. The hollow pattern on this card is beautiful. Again, it's a darker card. Harder to see the scratches. Also harder to see that hollow pop off in the background. It looks like there's a swirl going on there. You guys might not be able to see it, but it's by his head. Looks like there's a swirl. Yep. Looks like there's a swirl indeed. Yep, there is a swirl. Very faint. This is a nice card. This is a really nice card. I don't know what a Japanese Mewtwo sells for that's in near mint condition, but I imagine there's a lot of people that would want a card like this. That is a cool card. All right. Next page, we have nothing but energies. We got nothing but energies. One is a hollow energy. This could actually have some value, so take us out. We've got a Neo Genesis Japanese steel energy, and it's near mint for sure. Beautiful hollow pattern on that. Probably have a swirl in there. Yep, we do. Got a swirl in there. Put that away, and then we've got energies. Oh, and then we've got a surprise. Okay, so we've got we get back to English here. We got a Neo Revelation Swinub, a Neo Destiny Swinub. You guys probably can't even see that well. This thing's getting so heavy. All right, now we're back into English. We've got EX Sandstorm Pichu right here, Fossil Raichu, English Squirtle. These aren't in the best conditions. We've got a Expedition Hoppip. I definitely don't have Hoppip, so that card will actually be helping me complete the set. I don't have Pichu. That will help me complete the set a little bit more. I don't have this promo Pikachu that's right here. Y'all might not be able to see that. That's a holo. And then this Hold On Phantoms Pikachu I don't have, so that will go towards that set. Then we have a first edition Slowpoke, which is pretty cool here. I definitely got to take all the first editions out. We've got Charmander over here, Blaine's Charmander, Secret Wonders Charmander, Neo Revelation cards, non-holo Lapras, and a holo Nidoking, first edition Fossil Weezing. So let's take out the Pikachu promo, because that one is definitely worth looking at a little bit here. Sorry guys, this binder is taking up my whole table. Maybe I just need to get all the bulk cards off this table. I love seeing all my old bulk cards just stacked in front of me. Alright. I am sweating like crazy going through these two. I don't know what it is. Just like, but I've already, oh, ha, ha, ha. This one's got a dimple on it, and it's creased. Big bummer. Delta Species Promo 35 Pikachu. It's creased, and it's got a dent. Oh, well. It happens. There's definitely an animal at some point that got into these. It's got a swirl, too. Really, really like Pikachu, so that's a bummer. I'm still going to sleeve it and treat it like any other card. Show you guys the back. It's creased in the middle. You might not see it, but it is. And then there's a dimple right there. So this looks like what I saw in the Charizard. It looks identical. It looks like this came from like a cat or something. Maybe the dog just gnawed on it, but it's interesting that it's just one dimple, you know? It's very interesting that it's just like that. But either way, I don't care that it's creased. It's a Pikachu, and it's wonderful, and it will be going in my stack of holos. All right, let's go into this next sleeve. The only holo here that I'm going to go over is the Nidoqueen. I love Nidoqueen. I think Nidoqueen's colors are beautiful. The background with the pink field of flowers is really incredible. It's got silvering, but it doesn't look like it's creased in any way. Doesn't look like it's creased in any way. It's definitely played. You guys can see a little bit of whitening on there. It's definitely a little played, but for the most part, the holo's in great condition. It looks like it has some kind of print. Some kind of print. Oh, the whole card is creased. The entire card is creased, and it's just so weird. It's like, it's almost like where the rubber band was against it. It just indented it. Y'all, this could be a print error. I don't know. It's probably not a print error, but you guys can see this perfectly lined crease going through this card. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. I've never seen anything like that. That looks like some kind of print line. The more I look at it, it looks like some kind of print line. You can barely see it on the front, but yeah, you guys can't even see it on the front. But very interesting, beautiful card. Don't care that it has a print line. I will throw that with my stack of holos as well, because it's interesting. And maybe if I see something like that again, I can say, I've seen this print line before. I know what that is. Okay, moving forward, and we're pretty much wrapped up, guys. Ooh, more Expedition cards. I am missing a lot of Expedition cards, so this will actually help a lot, because I know I don't have the other one that I just mentioned. There's a Caterpie here. I don't have that one in Expedition. First edition non-holo Jolteon. We've got a, pull this guy out. This is a Diamond and Pearl number 4, Diamond and Pearl base set number 4, Empoleon. For those of you guys who like the middle generations, it's in pretty good shape. Nothing really to say there. It's in pretty good overall shape. Then we've got a EX Sandstorm Kabutops. Now I really like this because either way, if it's creased, it doesn't matter to me, because I want to fill my binder up. I can always replace cards. Yeah, and this one's creased and it's dented. It's got multiple of those indents, which is just a bummer, because I really, really like this card. But show you guys real quick. It's really, these darker cards are really hard to show the holo, but still it's going in my binder either way. As you guys can see, it has a couple of those little dimples from the cat or whatever got to this card. And then down here, it's got a crease. It's got a full-on crease. All good. Again, still going into a binder. Looks like we've got our last page, this one and in the back of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, because it's mostly English bulk, I'm gonna pull out the cards that are of value to me. There's a Neo Revolution Paris. I don't know if I have that, so I might have to put that in my binder. I haven't finished any of my Wizards of the Coast sets fully. I finished the first like 6 or 7 completely. I need to eventually accept the fact that Base 2 was a set and Legendary Collection was a set, and I need to treat them as full sets. I kind of consider them reprint sets, but that's not fair. They're their own sets. They're really cool. They should be given binders. So, and then I can say I've really completed most of Wizards of the Coast once I binder those. And I have a ton of Base 2. I just don't have really any Legendary Collection, so maybe that also points out the fact that Legendary Collection is a really rare, valuable set. I'm actually going to look for Legendary Collection bulk tonight and see if I can buy Legendary Collection bulk on eBay, if I could get like a stack of Legendary Collection cards, and that would help me a lot more in trying to complete that, because I have a ton of Base 2 cards. But okay, I have this as the main holo, but this is a Secret Wonders reverse holo, so it's pretty cool that now I have the main holo and the reverse. It's not in the best condition, but whatever. Oh, I have Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz, and there's actually a fossil Electabuzz behind this Lieutenant Surge. I'll show that to you guys. I need that for my fossil set, so that's A1. Got this Lieutenant Surge Electabuzz. Not a super valuable card by any means. Definitely doesn't really have any wear on it, though. It's super minty. It's super clean, and it's well centered. So that's honestly a great looking card. I could probably easily sell this and get my money back, maybe even double it. But again, I'm not interested in that. So please don't ask me if I'm willing to sell these, because I'm really not. So this is creased. Don't care. Still cool artwork. It's creased right there at the bottom, but who cares? It's an Electabuzz, and it goes into a set that I haven't complete yet. Okay, back page. Got a holo Kangaskhan, and we've got a holo Magmortar from Secret Wonders. I do have that Magmortar already. There's also a Blaine's Magmar. I'm not sure if I actually have that Magmar. I might not have that Magmar, so I might have to actually consider... I have to go through all my old binders now and like see where I need to fill cards in, because there's such a vast like differentiation on the spectrum of cards here. But I've definitely got stuff from a lot of different sets. So this is Magmortar from Secret Wonders. I'm pretty sure this was a theme deck card. Maybe it wasn't, but I already got one of these from another collection. It seems like a lot of people had this Magmortar, but either way, it's in fantastic conditions. If I have it already, I'll just stack it behind the other one that I have. That's number 31 out of Secret Wonders. I need to sleeve these other cards. I'm just trying to get this video done for you guys. Right, and then the Kangaskhan holo, which Kangaskhan is super common. This guy really doesn't have any value attached to him, in my opinion. Maybe in a couple years, these English Kangaskhan's could be worth it, but they're in a relatively cheap theme deck where this is the main card, so you could still get this card in mint condition today fairly easily. So unfortunately, they don't go for too much. Whew. So I know I missed going over every single card specifically, but trust I did as well as I could to cover everything, and I did it. I bought this binder today for everybody's enjoyment. I did want some of the cards out of it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed seeing something a little bit different from me, since we haven't seen a video like this in a while. Big shout out to Emily and Jess. Definitely check out their channel. Again, it will be linked below. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Look out for my next mail day video. It will be a Pokemon mail day video. I know I've been getting into a lot of Nintendo console collectibles, but it will be a Pokemon mail day video. Thank you guys so much. I am wheezing. I don't know if it's all this pollen or what, but I felt horrible yesterday, like miserable. Had like a really late night shift. It just was, it was a disaster for me working at the bar last night. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and stay tuned for the channel. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I know we've got a live that I've been putting off and putting off and putting off. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we will be doing a live. I will do a community post about it to let everyone know to look out for that. Also, this video is going to take forever to upload because it's an hour long, so might take a while to actually see this footage. But thank you guys so much for being the homies and having my back, and this content is for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.